The iPhone 14 Pro was released in 2022 and the iPhone 15 Pro was released in 2023. Now, the question you're all going to be asking yourselves: is it really worth the upgrade from this iPhone 14 Pro to this iPhone 15 Pro? Well, let's find out. At first glance, there aren't much differences between the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro, apart from the obvious color differences and the obvious weight differences. The iPhone 14 Pro weighs a total of 206 grams, while the iPhone 15 Pro weighs only 187 grams, which is slightly lighter than the predecessor. And the reason for that lightweight is the titanium frame of the iPhone 15 Pro. The titanium frame of the iPhone 15 Pro is a major upgrade from the aluminum frame of the iPhone 14 Pro. It offers a lot like improved durability, resistance to corrosion, and a premium aesthetic. The titanium frame is way stronger and lighter, making the iPhone 15 Pro more resistant to drops and impact, and also highly resistant to rust and deterioration even when exposed to moisture. However, it may be less flexible than the aluminum frame of the iPhone 14 Pro, but overall, the titanium frame is a desirable feature for users looking for a durable and long-lasting smartphone. Moving on to the performance. The Apple iPhone 14 Pro is powered by the A16 Bionic chip, which isn't a bad chip by any means, but then the Apple iPhone 15 Pro is powered by the A17 Pro, which is a massive upgrade to this predecessor. The iPhone 15 Pro's A17 chip is so powerful that console games such as Resident Evil 4 Remake and Resident Evil Village have been ported to the iPhone 15 Pro. Although they lag a lot, but then it's impressive that console-worthy games can run on a mobile device such as the iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 15 Pro giving off all this power. So, what's the catch? Well, on different occasions I've noticed that the iPhone 15 Pro overheats way more and way faster than the iPhone 14 Pro ever does. I can just be taking a picture under the sun and the iPhone 15 still gives me a notification and tells me your device is overheating. I might just be playing a game and then I notice that my phone is overheating. This overheating issue is due to the power of the A17 chip. I don't think the iPhone 15 is able to manage the power of the A17 chip itself, because it overheats on various occasions too fast, too easily, too quickly, you name it. It just overheats. Moving on to the display, both the iPhone 14 and 15 Pro possess a 6.1-inch diagonal 120Hz OLED display. They also both possess the dynamic island and always-on display feature. Moreover, they also both possess a peak brightness of 2000 nits, meaning that no matter how bright it is under the sunlight, you should always be able to see your phone screen without any issues at all. As you can see, there's not really much difference between the iPhone 14 and 15 Pro in terms of display. And now, what most of you have been waiting for, the cameras. As for the cameras on the iPhone 14 Pro, you get a 48 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and a 12 megapixel 3-type telephoto. While on the iPhone 15 Pro, you get the exact same 48 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and the exact same 12 megapixel 3-type telephoto. Well, after hours of testing both the iPhone 14 and 15 Pro's cameras, I got some good, amazing, and also funny looking results. Starting off with a normal picture. As you can see, the iPhone 14 Pro takes a very decent picture, but the iPhone 15 takes a more realistic picture and the colors are more accurate than the iPhone 14 Pro's. Here's a side-by-side comparison. As you can see, the iPhone 15 Pro takes a better, more realistic and color accurate picture than the iPhone 14 Pro. However, when taking pictures with the 3x zoom, you get the direct opposite. The iPhone 14 Pro takes a more color accurate picture than the iPhone 15 Pro does, and it looks way better than the iPhone 15 Pro. This exact picture was taken on the iPhone 14 and 15 Pro multiple times and I still ended up getting the exact same results. However, there are times when both the iPhone 14 and 15 Pro both take decent and color accurate pictures, and without a doubt, these are very good looking pictures. Moving on to the 15x zoom. The 15x zoom on the iPhone 14 Pro is pretty good, but the 15 Pro gives you more zoom than the iPhone 14 Pro does, making it a better picture overall. Now moving on to the video quality, both the iPhone 14 and 15 Pro shoot videos at 4K 60fps, but the iPhone 15 Pro is a little bit clearer and a little bit more color accurate than the iPhone 14 Pro. As for the front cameras, the iPhone 15 Pro's front camera is way better than the iPhone 14 Pro's front camera. The iPhone 15 Pro takes way better selfies, it's more color accurate, and this was tested in different places at different times, and still the iPhone 15 Pro's front camera still stands to be better than the iPhone 14 Pro's front camera.
Here's a video shot on the front camera of the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro, shooting both at 4K 60fps.
And now finally, for pictures taken at night. The iPhone 14 Pro takes quite okay pictures at night, but the iPhone 15 Pro takes excellent pictures at night when provided with sufficient light. As you can see, the iPhone 15 Pro's pictures are way better, and the iPhone 15 Pros are just slightly little bit overexposed. But overall, the iPhone 15 Pro takes better night pictures when provided with sufficient light. As for places with little or no light, the iPhone 14 Pro takes
like a kind of decent picture, but it's also overexposed. So does the iPhone 15 Pro. It's also a little bit overexposed, but then you can see that the 15 Pro gives out more quality and detail. After taking these pictures, they don't even look like they're taken at night anymore. This was a problem with the iPhone 14, and I really thought it would be fixed with the iPhone 15 Pro, but it wasn't fixed. Instead, it just got the same overexposure as usual. As for pictures taken in absolutely no light or little light, the iPhone 14 Pro actually takes better pictures than the iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 14 Pro looks actually a little bit clearer, but then it's overexposed. But the iPhone 15 Pro just looks grayed out for some reason. It's also a little bit overexposed, and sometimes it actually takes better pictures. When using the night mode to take pictures in places absolutely no light or absolute darkness, they both take absolutely terrible pictures. Like you can obviously see that the pictures are overexposed. This was literally a picture taken at night at 8 p.m., but it looks like a picture taken at 6 a.m. in the morning.
And now for the verdict. Is it really worth upgrading from the iPhone 14 Pro to the iPhone 15 Pro? Is it really worth paying $200 extra just to get the iPhone 15 Pro? Well, to be honest with you, I don't really think it's worth it. I don't really think it's worth paying $200 extra just to get the iPhone 15 Pro. Although the iPhone 15 Pro does give you flashy new features such as the titanium frame, the Apple A17 Pro chip, and then slight improvements to the camera, but overall I just don't think it's worth it. It also has its demerits such as the overheating issues and the camera inconsistency at night. So it just feels like a slight upgrade to the iPhone 14 Pro, so I can literally just call this the iPhone 14 Pro Plus Max or whatever you want to call it. So to me, to be honest, I'll still stick with the iPhone 14 Pro. Thanks for watching. I'm that tech guy. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.